Welcome to the Childcare Director's Chair, the podcast for bold educators who are ready to lead, grow, and shake things up in early childhood education. Whether you are a teacher eyeing that lead role, a lead stepping into leadership, or a center owner dreaming big, this is your space to grow with purpose and leave your mark. Hosted by heart-centered leadership coach Erica Sacosio, each episode brings you real talk, actionable tools, and a contagious laugh or two, all designed to help you step into your next level with confidence. So pour your coffee, pop in those earbuds, and take your seat, because your leadership journey starts right now in the Childcare Director's Chair.
Hey, good morning, my friends. Hope you're having a great day. If you're just starting your day this morning with us, welcome, welcome, welcome. My friends, Florida, Texas, Rhode Island, Massachusetts, Connecticut. Let's see, where else we got listening today? We've got Cali again, Colorado. No matter where you listen from, thank you so much for your support of our channel, and I hope that you're having a great day. If you're just getting it started, you're going to define to make sure it's a great day. We're going to talk a little bit about something that most childcare owners and directors are feeling every single day and don't always really talk about it or have the space to say it out loud. You know, many programs aren't struggling because leaders lack passion, experience, or even commitment. They're struggling because the systems holding early childhood together are built on unsecure, temporary funding streams. One grant ends, one stabilization fund sunsets, one policy shift, and suddenly staffing plans, wages, enrollment, and even operating hours are back in crisis mode. You know, the workforce challenges we're facing today are not separate from funding insecurity. They are directly connected. And if we don't address them both together, we're going to keep spinning in survival mode. You know, for many centers, the past few years have been held together by short-term solutions, stabilization grants, relief funding, pilot wage programs, and temporary incentives, many of which I've taken advantage of at my school. You know, these supports, they were critical and necessary, but they were never meant to be permanent. Yet owners and directors were expected to make long-term decisions based on money with an expiration date, hiring staff and increasing wages, opening classrooms, all while quietly wondering what happens when this funding ends. And that question creates a level of stress that never really turns off. And leaders aren't planning for growth. They're planning for loss. Temporary funding becomes permanent pressure, and that pressure shows up as leadership fatigue, hesitation, and constant second guessing. And that uncertainty doesn't stay just in the budget. It flows directly into staffing. Retention isn't just about paying people more, it's about predictability and trust. And educators need to know that their pay, their hours, their benefits aren't going to shift every time funding changes. And when wages are tied to unstable funding streams, the staff feel it, even when leaders are doing their absolute best. They start asking themselves if the program is secure, if their income is reliable, and if staying is a risk. Over time, even the strongest cultures can't compete with instability. People don't leave because they don't care. They leave because they need consistency. And funding instability also impacts families in ways that often get overlooked. When staffing becomes uncertain and classrooms close temporarily, enrollment is capped, or schedules change just to maintain ratios. And families experience this as inconsistency, even when the quality of care is strong. You know, parents depend on reliable childcare to work, to plan, and to live their lives. And when that reliability feels fragile, trust is shaken. And once trust is shaken, enrollment becomes harder to sustain, which creates even more financial stress on the program. And it becomes a cycle that feels impossible to break, not because leaders are failing, but because the systems themselves lack stability. You know, here's the part we don't often say enough. Childcare owners today are being asked to be educators and financial strategists at the same time. You're expected to understand grants, subsidies, wage ladders, policy shifts, workforce initiatives, and advocacy, often without clear guidance or shared learning spaces. Most of this work happens behind the scenes, in isolation, while you're still managing classrooms, staffing needs, families, and compliance. Funding insecurity isn't just a financial challenge, it's an isolation challenge, and leaders are carrying too much weight alone. This is exactly why connection matters right now. This is why conversations with the right people, access to the right resources, and spaces where owners and directors can think strategically, not just react. This is essential, and this is where I want to share something important with you. If you're a childcare owner or director who is tired of constantly reacting to funding challenges and ready to lead with clarity and confidence, this is why we created the Early Childhood Empowerment Conference. This isn't just another event. It's a space designed for real conversations about sustainability, staffing, leadership, and funding. It's where you connect with people who understand the business of childcare. Learn from leaders navigating these challenges successfully, and give yourself the edge you need to stop doing this work alone. Childcare isn't failing. It's being asked to operate on unsteady ground. And the answer isn't more hustle. It's stronger systems, smarter strategy, and leaders who are supported, informed, and connected. And if this episode resonates with you, share it with another owner or director who needs to hear it. And if you're ready to invest in yourself and your leadership, then join us at the Early Childhood Empowerment Conference. Your education and your program deserve the support that you give everyone else, right? We're so often pouring into everyone else. It's time to pour into yourself and your program. So that's it for today, guys. This is Erica with the Childcare Director's Chair podcast. And as always, have a great day.
That's a wrap for this episode of the Childcare Director's Chair, where we believe leaders aren't born, they're grown. If something sparked for you today, share it, shout it out, or pass it along to the next bold changemaker in childcare. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and stay connected with Erica Sakosio for more real talk leadership tools and a whole lot of inspiration. Until next time, lead with heart, grow with fire, and always remember, the chair is yours. Now own it.